Matthew, what was your PSLE score?
OMG.
Tell us. Okay, this guy confirm very high one. Confirm very high.
Wait, how about we make a guess?
Yeah.
255.
I say 252.
I say 224 something.
260.
Can you just review now? We are waiting
250.
Hey,
Oh, 250
what's yours?
Hey,
I think it might be a deep.
Bro, it's a deep curve down, man. Cherina, go first.
Just say yours lah.
Hey, hello, I'm the one hosting this session, okay?
Yeah.
Cherina, could you please...
You guys, so proud of it.
Hey, good.
Yeah. Though I shed a tear.
Shit. See, I'm the lowest here.
Why?
I got...
What school are you from anyway?
Temasek.
So I was from Hwa Chong International.
From KC.
AHS call you, ask you to come, right?
No. But AHS has been a school that I've always wanted to go since I was young. So
Vision. You need vision.
Guys, the first question
Oh my
we have,
God.
okay, is what makes a school atas and a school count as a neighborhood school to you?
Oh,
What makes a school atas?
I think neighborhood school
And
got
a
the
school
neighborhood school, the neighborhood's name inside is neighborhood school ma, no man.
Maybe that's on the surface, but maybe we look at some of the things that you get in mind.
I think resources, like some of the atas schools seems to have a lot of resources given to them. Yeah. So like some atas schools have swimming pools inside.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Have you seen
And not just one.
But ITE also
Okay, let's kind of
Limit the sphere to
let's limit the
secondary
sphere to
secondary
secondary
schools.
schools now. They asked, right? What's going from? Hwa Chong. Wow, so smart Hwa Chong International. Oh, shit.
Mine is like on the spectrum one. Some were like wow, and then some were like oh. Yeah.
Actually same, yeah.
You get all also.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh.
Look at like, oh, KC girls ah.
Please, Spurs are like struggling with this year. Okay, bum down on.
Stress, right?
Stress.
You stressed or not last time?
He 250 I don't know whether you know what stress lah.
Express only Che.
I
did not say that.
Actually, I think I would choose to bump up because
Wait, from what to what?
from Express to IP or IP. Yeah. Because I realized that looking at my sister's in IB, so looking at the stuff that she studies and the questions that they ask right in her essays and stuff, you realize that the type of questions or the way they face the question is more towards of an inquisitive nature rather than just
Correct, yeah, true.
you memorizing a textbook and then like
Yeah,
throwing it inside.
I feel that should actually be the case, you know.
Yeah.
For strings.
Yeah.
Correct.
You think about it, right? We are based on such a meritocratic society, right?
Yeah.
And if that basis is really like you work hard, you earn it, right? But what if you're not skilled towards the academics?
Yeah.
You know, what if you're skilled towards the arts for yourself? Yeah, then like that, you know, you work so hard, but yet you just cannot make it lah. You know, and so then I feel like it gives space for the more artistically inclined people, right, to really work hard and get the
Yeah,
reward that they deserve.
that's a good point.
Yeah, so that's where I feel it can be given more ground.
But when we talk about art, many of times it's based on
Because it's
perception.
like subjective.
It's subjective.
Yeah.
So in a meritocratic society, it's very hard to base art as a form of judgment on someone's skill, because I may like someone that draws on paper, right? But if you use watercolors, maybe I don't like. It's really subjective, based on the user that's grading it. So I think that's where maybe some schools will find the difficulty of grading art.
What do you think?
Most of the people that I know that go to art school, most people are like quite like oh wow, like impressed with them.
Yeah.
Because like it's very
I'm
difficult
super
to get into
impressed with a
art.
lot of art.
Yeah.
I am so actually.
Wow, because it's like wow, you're like at the top of your game to get into art school.
I think that a lot of people that we know that do that, within church especially, there are so many avenues for you to express your gifts, right? You have to do so many posters, so many videos.
Like personally, I did face a bit of backlash when I dropped out of a good JC and chose to study design. I think the immediate relatives around me were quite like taken aback that I wanted to make that decision. A lot of them felt that what if I can get this amount of points, then why do I choose? Why do I want to? It's such a waste, you know, if I don't go to a school that that's meant for that certain amount.
They properly represent your.
Yeah, correct.
I think coming to church, right, actually really opens your eyes on the people around. The moment you enter youth ministry, right, you meet all kinds of characters.
Yeah.
As you progress along, the older you grow, the more friends you make, the more problems you realize people have, the more real it becomes for you, right? I realize that I'm running this race with all these people, and they are not like a perfect example of a human being. Like we all have the same struggles. And I think it really helped me form a community that I can grow old with.
I think for me it has really helped a lot because I think my background is I don't know how to put this.
Take your time, Matthew. We are all here for you.
But church has really helped me to meet different kinds of people, you know, and to really build relationships and get to know people from different spheres and different stratas, you know, and to really help me see that we are actually all not that different.
I really believe that church does break the social divide. Because when we come to church, we realize that we break away from the mold that we have been growing up with. We break away from the mindset that the harder you work, or the more you work, the better you are as a person, or the more chances of success you can achieve. We realize that when we come to church, our identity is no longer shifted and based on merit, but it's really about what God says of us. And that is the thing that binds everyone together, no matter where you come from.
Anyone like to respond to all the call right now? The orders are open.
No, but I have to say that that's very true, you know, because like for me, right, I used to be like, if you work hard, you'll be able to get good grades.
Yeah.
You know? So like for people who didn't get good grades, I'll always be like, you know, like is it they just didn't work hard enough? Like that completely changed for me. I know I sound very like, but like I've seen people who work really hard, you know, but it's just that there are different pathways to success, like, you know, different people can find success in different things that they do, you know, and people are just skilled differently. Some are just academically stronger than other people. So like in army, there was this like really smart dude, okay, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this guy is like top level, and he like went to US to do research and all this kind of stuff, right? Yeah. So like we are all just geared differently, you know. I'm not geared towards that kind of professor or like the kind of academic level kind of. Why you laugh?
I can imagine you trying to teach a class in school, right?
Walao.
Like meow for no reason. Like I just imagine you doing that. Like a professor in front of the whole class. Meow. Chicken talking down.
Calm down, you sit down.
Hey, you SSK.
That sounds bad. But it has changed my perception of that, especially.
What church does, okay, that is different from just a normal social club, is that it changes like the perspective of individuals, you know, and even our own identity. That it's not just based upon meritocracy, you know, like you work hard, you get this reward. But even if we don't fare that well academically in school or whatever, that our identity is still as strong as someone else who did well. Yeah. So that perspective of self, right, and that perspective of others actually help, I feel, forge the social divide that society has.